He's now allegedly driving back to his home if he is indeed the killer. How do you clean up the car? That digital evidence is perfect, because frankly, the rest who have not committed these horrendous crimes would ever conceivably think about looking up that information in the digital airwaves. But someone who committed this butchery could conceivably start to look into that.
Mercedes, just digging through here.
So we'll have to see where it goes from there.
And perhaps this is repeating what we had, some further detail. This application says that his home had a significant amount of blood from the victims, including spatter and cast-off blood. That's a direct quote. Investigators believe that it was likely that the killer would have had evidence on his body or clothing, and they had hoped to find this trace evidence in Kohberger's apartment. Your thoughts on that?
Well, and I mean, that's such key evidence, because there's no conceivable way that the blood of these poor victims will be found in his home. So they're looking for that. Even the dog hair. We had a dog that was present during the killing of Kernodle. The dog hair if that dog hair exists in his home, that is key evidence that can be used against him.
Right. You know, anything to connect him to actually being in the apartment, because at the moment what we have is a tremendous amount of circumstantial evidence that, as we have seen in the past, some high-profile cases that seem to have a preponderance of circumstantial evidence fall apart when they get to the jury. Mercedes, thanks for joining us. Appreciate it. Well, Sandra, another jam-packed couple of hours here on the America Reports sets, both here in Washington, D.C. and in New York. It didn't seem like it was going to be such a
jam-packed couple hours, and good to get those last couple of guests in there as well. Our restaurateur guest was excellent. Good to be with you, John. Thanks for joining us, everybody. I'm Sandra Smith.
Up the price of eggs.